need to win games to make sure the pressure goes down. So, yes, the pressure is been from day one, not the last few weeks. Yeah.
Which, talking about the pressure, from the start of the season, were you well aware that with the quality of players that you have, you get to this point that at this day, if you finally get the league, or it was in the middle of the season that you got to realize?
Yeah, exactly so. You know, I personally, I was looking at the first set. So at some point, I realized we can go for the title. That is where we psych the boys that we're able to push a little bit. Maybe we can go for the title. So then it came in. But before we start the this, I didn't have that.
Coach, history for this place, Bibiani Gold Stars winning the league title for the first time in their history. How does it mean, or what does it mean to you as a coach to be the first person to win this league with Bibiani?
Yeah, it means a lot. You know, like you said, Bibiani has not experienced this situation before. I'm talking about winning the trophy. Yes, now we have a game to do that. So yes, it means a lot to me and then the entire team. Yeah.
Coach, how are you approaching this game this afternoon? We know you are going to go for the kill, but how is it going to be for you and your player?
Well, today is so we will have to do everything to make sure we take the maximum points. It's not going to be easy. You know, playing against this kind of teams, they always want to play. Yeah, so we will take all those things into consideration. And then, yes, we have to win this game. And that's exactly what we are going to do.
We wish you well, and we hope to meeting you after the game to talk more.
Yeah, thank you.
That was the head coach for Bibiani Gold Stars, Coach Afrempong Manso Mayanga. Indeed, he was a former player, and also now he's the head coach for Bibiani Gold Stars. He spoke about the interest and also the feasibility of winning the league. First time as the head coach for Bibiani Gold Stars, and indeed, it's going to be really, really interesting. I will get to the other side, the opposite number, talk with the Accra Lions head coach who has joined me here. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Coach, last day before the season ends, how has this season been for you and your team? Has it been hectic, difficult? Take us through.
Yeah, of course. When you relegate, it's disappointing season. Not what we hoped for the club, but yeah, we have to deal with it. So very disappointing this season.
Coach, the fact that you guys are playing against a team that needs to win against you to be able to lift the trophy, how difficult does it make this last game, even though you've been relegated, but this final game, the final psyche you need to give to the boys, push them on to do what they need to do today?
It makes it much more easier for us because we have no pressure. The pressure is at Bibiani's side. They need that win to stay on top position. So we can win. We will go for a win, of course, but we have absolutely no pressure here.
Coach, what is going to be the approach here this afternoon? Are you keeping up, try to go to them with the ball, or what is going to be the plan for you this afternoon against this side?
I expect Bibiani to come strong. This is why we maybe drop a little bit deeper and go for more counter-attacking.
Finally, you guys have been relegated and you'll be playing in the Division 1 next season. What will be the way forward and the plan for next season?
The plan is very clear. This club is not pinned to the league we are playing in. The purpose, what we do, doesn't depend on the league we are playing in, so everything is fine.
Wish you well, and we hope to meeting you after the game.
Thank you very much.
That was the head coach of Accra Lions, Coach Rennie Kraft. He believes there's no pressure on them. The pressure should rather be on Bibiani Gold Stars. Of course, that is what is obviously going to be. The next 90 minutes is really going to be enjoyable. Just stick and stay and enjoy the Emuda. Emuda. Yo.
Okay.
Emuda.
Sami kasa.
Emuda.
Okay.
Emuda.
Ena runa na ma da ran bobi ana. Ah. Eh na go telephone charge de. Eba.
It feels a whole lot more like it. The moment they have waited for their entire history is finally here. Feel it. Just feel it. The difference a title-winning campaign can make. The Bibiani Gold Stars are just 90 minutes away from where they have always wanted to be. Welcome, one and all, for the millions watching around the world, and the over 7,000 so who are lucky to be here in this stadium this afternoon. This promises to be a thrilling. Two teams of destinies. The Bibiani Gold Stars, one win away from the title. Accra Lions already relegated. What a game this will be. Emmanuel Kobe, post. Apia Makati captains the team this afternoon. Samuel Champion, Gideon Anaba, Frank, Samuel Atakumi, Foster Ajay, Bright, Boache Chire, Justice Atta, and also Abdul Farouk Amwafo. On the part of Accra Lions, they went with Daniel Lucky Nwafo, Fuzi Taylor, Salman Faris Tairu, Musa Hamzata, Edmond Amache, Ben, Lawrence Nokpelim, Setoji, Richard Jan, Samuel Tetena, and also David Olubi Atinkude. Rainer Kraft is the head coach for this club. This promises to be an interesting encounter between two teams. Two teams opposite destinies this afternoon. But Konya, ably backed by Dangana Daniel for this afternoon. What a day this will be to be a Bibiani Gold.
Of course, but nothing teaches life lesson than football. Look at the fact that last season Accra Lions were second after the season 1 points, but this season they are relegated. And looking at Bibiani Gold Stars, last they were 11th, but they are now, on the edge of winning the trophy. It tells you that no condition is need permanent. Things around, no matter the environment, the situation. Looking at the fact that Accra Lions, who were season, are now relegation, and Bibiani Gold Stars, who ended 11th, are now battling for the league. Interesting. So never give up in life. But this afternoon, they'll be hoping to at least crown the entire season with an interesting win at home. Don't forget, only one game at home. That was against Kerala United. So at this venue, it's going to be a roller coaster for both sides. The home team to make sure that after winning the title, they can crown something with the fans to celebrate about.
Of course, this is the day they need to do it. The Bibiani Gold Stars. They need these 3 points badly. If they must win this title, they must get it.
Of course, looking at Emmanuel Kobe with 17 clean sheets, we're hoping to at least add another one to his name. And someone like Takumi, his first hat-trick in the cup, he got it on the away soil against this same Accra Lions. So let's see whether he can maintain that same form. Don't forget this season, take away Stephen Amankuna, take away Atakumi, Albert Samoa, and the likes. They've all scored hat-trick. But this eyes on Samuel Atakumi is having 10 goals to his name. We'll be hoping to at least get in another interesting performance against a team he scored his first hat-trick against.
Indeed, be a positive sign for him. He scored one hat-trick and it was against this very side. And that is going to he will be hoping for. And just as Coach Rainer Kraft said before the game, they have no pressure on them. The pressure is going to be on Bibiani Gold Stars to deliver. They are just here to play football. More.
Interesting. Accra Lions are going to give that ball possessive oriented style of football. Gold Stars will be hoping to be pragmatic to look for results. They need a first to settle the league, and I'm sure they'll be hoping to get that first goal to make sure that they can settle the hunger from the fan base and capitalize on that. The likes of Apia Makati, one of the best free kick takers in our game, is the captain. Let's see whether they can make sure that within the early stages they can get a good win.
And Juliet Apia in your shot, the lady who is in charge of affairs this afternoon. Both the center 1 and 2 will all be females this afternoon. Emmanuel Kobe, the guy in your shot. Interesting. We are eons away from kickoff. 91 win away from giving Bibiani Gold Stars their first ever title. And don't forget, the last two has been in this region, and they will hope to maintain it here this time around.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be interesting history from Midiama to Samatex. Now Bibiani Gold Stars, they are just some meters, or let me say some minutes away from making it possible. Led by Coach Frimpong Manson Mayanga, they call him. It's going to be interesting. Your first feel, your first experience, interesting for Bibiani Gold. Hoping maybe some kind of anxiety may not ride over the players, Robert, looking at the fact their first experience.
Of course, it may be, but you know, these guys, most of them have the experience, especially the likes of Apia Makati, who is captaining the team. You know, their last game against Kodoko, he was on the bench, but this afternoon he has been made to start and he has been made captain. Just boys down, tell them how to be able to calm down their nerves and then to be able to win the game. And this could be the first opportunity. But the goalkeeper Daniel Afo comes to claim it off the foot of Samuel Atakumi. This is a team he loves scoring against. He did that in the first round by scoring a hat-trick. And this afternoon, just under a minute, he nearly got the fourth goal against them particular season. Lions trying to attack through the right. Bibiani Gold Stars, you just can feel it. The players are they just maybe we'll do the magic for them.
Of course, you go to calm your eye, but also give hopes to the fans. And that early goal is going to be interesting and possible.
Of course, whenever they play here, they always have the edge to win. And this afternoon may not be a situation. It was a foul against Fuzi Taylor. Bibiani Gold Stars. The ball and Atakumi trying to get the best of Richard Ajen. But indeed, they've managed to get the work done. Accra Lions trying to the right, but the whistle already gone. Costa, he won the man of the match against Kumasi Asante Koroko here. Apia Makati gets it. Releases Bright Boache Chireme. And Accra Lions with a bit of good defending from Musa Hamzata. They're already down the pecking order, but they just believe that given a good game today, the potential winners of the Ghana Premier League could cement their status as one of the best and the most difficult sides.
Yeah, of course, they need a good performance if they might even lose. Don't forget, last season, Samatex won the league with 61 points. But we're hoping that maybe a win here can enlarge the points from last season perspective. So, Bibiani Gold Stars will need to score and win convincingly to make sure that they will increase the gap tally from how Samatex won the league with 61 points.
Juliet Apia having some words of caution to Bright. That was a
Bright Wachichire. Last season, he played 21 games for Katano, but he's playing 26 games for Bibiani Gold Stars. A bit of consistency within Bright Wachichire.
He's been able to always be there whenever he's been called upon, and that is the reasons why he's very trusted. Lawrence Nokbelem Setoji, a very young guy, pips the ball, pokes it towards Bibiani Gold Stars. But Gideon Anaba so experienced and good enough to handle that situation with ease.
Anaba, a centre back who is having 4 goals to his name. He scored against Hasselhoek, Hearts of Lions, and Brecum Chelsea. His 28th game running. I mean, the Ronald Koeman kind of defender. Goes to his name, Gideon Anaba.
A ball being lost to Foster. Could this be the moment? Foster gets to it, and the goal finally comes. This is what they have been waiting for. Abdul Farouk Amafo. The first comes, and this is what they're waiting for. They just can't leave their coach alone. The first goal has come. Bibiani, this is why they are here. This is why they came in their numbers today. What a moment for them. Early goal. You just cannot help feel their joy.
Abdul Farouk, he scored brace against Brecum Chelsea last weekend, and he just scored the most goal that Bibiani Gold Stars needed. At this point, there is hope for the fans. The players calm their nerves. The goal came at the right time to make sure that they can play their normal game, not to anxiety. Interesting from Bibiani Gold Stars.
A very interesting game. Frank Amankwa with that challenge. He replaced Charles Jamfi Kamara in the game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko here. And today he has got the nod to start again. Just 5 minutes into the 6th minute, and it's Bibiani Gold Stars leading by a lone goal to 0. Good work from Foster.
His ability to draw 2-3 players to his side and create that kind of vacuum for interesting, and you mistake at that crucial zone.
There was nothing but to just slot it home. And that was what he did. Indeed, they are ready for this. Bibiani Gold Stars. It could be a scoring spree. Looking at the time the first goal has come. A foul for the away side. The men in white trailing by a goal.
The last time Accra Lions, it was 1-1. Yaya Draman scored, and also David Odro equalized for Accra Lions. So
another ball through for Samuel Atakumi. Kumi goes down in the box, but not enough to call for a whistle. You can feel the tension and the adrenaline level in those as guys. They need to a bit. Coach from Paul Manson will be the man to have ever won the first ever for Bibiani Gold Stars. His name will forever be in the books of this club.
of course, his name will be written with indelible ink to make that history. Points, butterflies all over your stomach. Sure, the players knows what it's about. So regardless of their anxieties, they're going to calm their nerves and play a very good game. And as we speak, they are leading, so no pressure at all. And Apia midfield will control affairs and come down for the right moment. His fourth game this season due to injury, but he's been one of the best in our league.
Of course, looking at his age and the consistency he's had in the Ghana Premier League with different clubs.
Likes of Ash Gold.
It tells you it's going to be difficult for him at this stage. Kobe. He gets hold of it. Goes to the far side. Gideon Anaba to pick it. Anaba puts it in Atakumi. The Bibiani Gold Stars exhibiting some very good football. This is Atakumi. That would have been a brilliant piece of improvisation from Samuel Atakumi. And it goes up for a throw. Bright watch. And it's for a goal kick.
Accra Lions trying to build successfully from the back. But again, looking at that kind of high block from Bibiani Gold Stars, is trying to force them backward.
Lions, I think they are just up with the intensity of Bibiani Gold Stars. Right from the start, how Bibiani have put that pressure on them. It's making it difficult for the young lads to cope.
Of course, looking at their average age, it tells you that under intense pressure, they are going to fumble and they are just misplacing passes all over.
Nice control and display from Lucy. Ball spread out wide. Could this be the equalizer? Good defending from Gideon. Dance back. It's the venue for attraction. This is where you need to be. Wherever you are, you just will feel it. 11 minutes and the home team already leading by. It was Abdul Farouk Amon from the of Foster Ajay to serve for Bibiani Gold Stars as they lead in this first half. The corner taken into the box. The header goes out. Lions will continue to try to pile up the pressure by Emmanuel Kobe. There is a reason why he has 17 clean sheets in the Ghana Premiership. Good turn from Foster. A pass foul. Makati. Makati controlling the midfield with ease. That without breaking a drop of sweat. You just can feel the calmness in him. Pierre Makati.
That is class for Pierre Makati. But just like I mentioned earlier, his fourth game this season. And whenever he's called upon, that calmness is instilled in midfield. Organizing Frank Amankwa, who is doing the Pierre Makati to roam around. So just so interesting to watch from Bibiani Gold Stars side.
The cross comes in. Another error.
Looking at how Accra Lions are struggling on the back, Gold Stars, a lot of high pressing. Alternative, maybe they can win a little better. But they're relaxed. Lions are trying to build. Coach want them to reserve their energy. But just maybe the high pressing. A lot of options for Gold Stars.
Lions still getting hold of the ball. This is what they do best. The pass through for Lawrence, and Kobe heads out for Makati. Throw from him. It goes to Amankwa. Foster. Justice Arthur. He pushed down for Foster. The man who assisted the first. Foster continues to move. And Frimpong Manso applauding his guys and telling them, just keep doing what you do. And definitely the goals will come.
At this point, you need to allow them to play with their of energy and what they know best. Because at this point, if you mean to limit them with tactical instructions, they may fumble. Just allow them to enjoy the moment. And don't forget, it's the last game. Let them show their quality. And they are leading, no pressure at all.
Locking one for Tete. Accra Lions trying to do the patient build-up approach, while Bibiani Gold Stars are settling into the right spaces to be able to defend the situation. David Olubi Atinkude. Justice Arthur. This is still Arthur. Continue to keep the ball. The pass through for Atakumi. You just feel Atakumi may score at some point.
He's definitely going to score because he's been running into advantageous positions, but just that he should stay calm because the balls are not being served at the right time. And he must try to organize that offensive communication between him and his teammates. He's having that kind of instinct to run into spaces and pounce on any chance. But at this point, the game tempo is above the level of passes precisely he is needed.
Lions. They're just trying to keep the ball to themselves, knowing very well that at some point they're going to get the spaces open. And you can feel they're not under any pressure, just like Coach Rainer Kraft said before the game. The pressure will be on Bibiani Gold Stars. They need to win. And so they are going to be forced to deliver. And that is just what we're seeing here.
But football is at times funny. A team that played a top four, or let me say part of the top four last season, is now relegated. Accra Lions. Interesting facts.
That is the funny side of life. Sometimes you'll be at the very top, but within a blink of the eye, you'll be somewhere else. And it's the vice versa. Sometimes you can also be down. Just like Bibiani Gold Stars, some few seasons ago, they were playing in the Division 1. And this time, they are some few minutes away, if the result stays this way, from winning the league. Accra Lions. This is Bernard. You get Salman Tairu across down the far right, and the flag goes up.
The right side of attack for Accra Lions is a bit productive, but they are struggling to put their complements together. But for the left side, things are difficult. And they are here to test Emmanuel Kobe in post. 17 clean sheets for the former Buffalo goalkeeper.
This is Amankwa. They're still hoping to keep the ball to themselves. McCarthy gets into space. He goes down and the free kick goes. Not too good this time. And maybe a cross into the box could do the magic.
Apia McCarthy, he's not only a perfect scorer, but he can also create from set pieces advantages. With the experience, he knows the kind of section of the 18-yard box the ball should drop. And he's definitely going to do that because he hardly misplaced a pass.
That was the foul. I think it should have been for a left-footed player, but you just cannot doubt McCarthy.
The crowd knows what he can do, and they are calling. He can score looking at the positioning, but again, suitable for a left-footed player. But McCarthy, you cannot predict him.
And perhaps he's going to go for the cross. Let's see what he does. A lot of ideas running through his mind at this moment. Apia McCarthy, the captain for this afternoon. McCarthy takes, and that is the second goal. What a way to do it. Apia McCarthy, he has created from that. And Calvin Apong has made it two just before the 20th minute. It is 2-0 for Bibiani Gold Stars.
Apia McCarthy, anywhere the ball is situated, he's definitely going to create something from it. And look at that idea, look at that wisdom, look at that intelligence. A lot of them were opting for a high ball, but he decided to pull in a grounded shot, and Calvin Apong was there to do justice to, his third goal this season in 29 games. He scored against Samatex and he scored against Nations, and he icing the cake against Accra Lions, Calvin Apong. Interesting, but you must give the credit to the experience Apia McCarthy. It was a brilliant one, a lot of intelligence, a lot of wisdom behind the ball. Yes.
This is another opportunity for them. Can they make it three? This time not. But the information is that Nations are down by a goal. And that could even make the party a lot more sweeter for Bibiani Gold Stars. There will be no pressure whatsoever.
It's interesting that Nations are dropping points at home, but this is the bounce back. They lost only one game. I'm not sure they are going to fumble. But maybe they'll be hoping that Atakumi can ice in the cake, because with 10 goals this season, and we can say his favorite opponent is Accra Lions because he got a hat-trick against them. But going to find the right moment to score. Samuel Atakumi.
He's of course going to score at some point looking at this game, but you just don't know when. And that was Apia McCarthy. He went with a grounded shot, and you just feel it.
At this point, a lot of them were imagining a high ball, but the intelligence within Apia McCarthy and the experience, just watch the close line, enjoy the moment. The ball just plated within the lines, and nobody was there defending. Watch it closely. This is class. This is pedigree. The ball was being sent at the right time precisely, and Calvin Apong just did the final touch, icing the cake with the goal, and to make it his third goal this season running. Interesting from Bibiani Gold Stars.
Of course, that will be interesting, but the players will need to get themselves a bit of rest.
Don't forget, Accra Lions are winless in their last 5 away games. They've scored 2 prior to this game, and they've conceded 10. So they've added 2 goals in terms of conceding rate. So in 6 away games running, they are yet to, and they've conceded 10, 11, let me say 12 goals. I beg your pardon. So it tells you that they are very poor defensively, and that is something that they must improve upon, because having your defense being leaky is always a problem. And against us attack, who love scoring, but this is a free kick advantageous to Apia McCarthy. He assisted the first one through a grounded shot, but at this point, favorable for Apia McCarthy to shoot and score. So let's see whether he can make it possible.
This is another opportunity for Pierre McCarthy. And McCarthy comes, and that would have been another opportunity for them. This is a pass. With the flag stay down. It does. And Bibiani is still getting hold of the ball. Attack Kumi. No, not this time. And this could be the moment. This is Accra Lions. And Emmanuel Kobe. Great defending and great goalkeeping.
Yeah, of course, his ability to read the body of his teammates alongside the opponent attacking the box is a plus. And the time and the precision from Emmanuel Kobe is just class. No wonder he's, leading the clean sheet chart.
It still will be Bibiani trying to get themselves ready.
It will interest you that coach Frimpong Manson is still not happy about the score and he's asking for more. And when he misplaces a pass, you see this. He's really hungry for more goals and they need to score more and they need to win convincingly. Their last home game and the last game of the season, they must crown it with a 5-star performance.
This is Accra Lions. And the situation turns. This is Pierre McCarthy. He goes to the far. And the ball gets straight into Accra Lions.
Gold Stars' biggest win this season was against Accra Lions when they won by 3-0. That Samuel Atakumi's game. And their biggest defeat this season was against Medium and they lost by 2-0. Looking at Gold Stars' last 5 home games. Out of Lions, they won by 2-1. They won 1-0 against Young Apostles, 1-0 against Mediama. They lost that famous defeat against Karela United and against Kotoko. It was a goalless drawn game. So in 5 games, they've had 3 wins. They lost 1, they drew 1, they scored 4. They considered 2 proud to this game. First this ball earlier, but again Gideon Anaba, that mistake. But again, look at how his teammates were able to cover up, and Emmanuel Kobe came at the right time, right timing, right precision. It's a class.
This is Accra Lions just trying to attack in every single way possible. But already there are 2 goals, and that is making it a lot more difficult for them. Lions building up. This is Bernard. With a long ball right behind. And this could be it. But Emmanuel Kobe comes out to do the job nicely.
Your first season to lead a team to a Premier League title victory is a plus for Emmanuel Kobe.
Samuel Atakumi gets the control. This is Lawrence. He goes down. Lions still enjoying themselves. Very young guy, Lawrence. He gets the ball through to the right side. And Lawrence, brilliant defending, Kelvin Opon. The man who got a second goal has to get a job done this time. Another ball through, but the flag goes up. So 29 minutes and it's cooling break. Emmanuel Kobe, a man in your shot. You can see the numbers here in the stands this afternoon, because they knew they were going to do it, and so they came in their numbers.
Gold Stars are just a moment away from. That was the first goal from Farouk and Foster. The magic.
Vincent Atinga and the likes. Charles Kamara getting up to warm the guys up.
Vincent Atinga is a famous name and he's got a lot of experience. And at this point, he knows what it meant to win and knows what it takes to win too. So at this point, he's supposed to calm the guys down, and he's doing it.
This is still Lions. They want to get the game, and that is what they need to do now. They just need to get back into it. Another ball trying to go in behind the defense. Brilliant defending. Anaba, your shot, and this is Kelvin Opon. After getting the second goal, he's still poised to make lots of things happen, but that ball was a wasted effort from Kelvin. This is Foster. Good turn from Foster. He gets to Amankwa. Good ball from Amwa for the shoot. And they're still managing to hold on to it. Amankwa gets to Anaba once again. Good play from Foster. McCarthy with a flick. Accra Lions still finding it difficult to defend. They're still struggling. 34 minutes. And another free kick in a very dangerous situation. And once again, Apia McCarthy is going to be there.
Apia McCarthy. At this point, everyone is calling his name, wanting him to come to the party. And just from same incident, he created this. But this is within his favorable position. He barely misplaced a pass, Apia McCarthy. At this point, Daniel Afwim goalpost should be very cautious because he's going to opt for a lot of tight angles. And it's going to be very crucial. They need a third goal.
Apia McCarthy. Juliet Apia trying to maintain some. McCarthy went straight into the walls. This is still Bibiani Gold Stars. Someone needs attention, and that is what is being done at the moment.
Juliet Apia. Trying to control affairs at this last embers.
Another free kick for Apia McCarthy. McCarthy puts it in again. But Daniel Afo with a punch off. Lions losing the ball in the middle on regular basis. Atakumi, he gets it down but failed. Attack continues to challenge for it. And this time the whistle will go for Accra Lions. The men in white have another foul. And Rainer Kraft is the head coach for the away side.
A team that concedes 1.5 goal per game is a worry. I'm not surprised they are relegated. Don't forget they've conceded more goals than they've scored. And when you do that in our league, you are definitely going to suffer relegation. And no wonder Accra Lions are already on the red flag.
This is attack. But the ball has been lost. Accra Lions trying to build up. Gold Stars are trying to relax a bit, not pressing that high.
You know, initially, they always have one man trying to put some pressure, but they often prefer the mid block or maybe the high block. But given that intense pressure is not their DNA, and they are trying to, spread their energy the entire duration of the game. And at this point, you should be a bit conserved to make sure that you don't leave spaces for the opponent to equalize. And at this point, Gold Stars are trying to manage the game and manage their energy as well to be able to play the entire 90 minutes.
Of course, they should be able to manage it. This is Edmond Amache. You just can see how young these boys are. McCarthy. Musa Hamzata with a clearance. Remember, Adomako Boateng is getting ready from pitch side. That is the chairman and the president of Bibiani Gold Stars in your shot. Lawrence Nokpelem Setoje being replaced by Remember Boateng. Most experienced guys in this setup. Remember Boateng.
Of course, he's got that experience because last season he played 25 games and he just hoping to touch the ball and make it his 21st game this season. But again, the top scorer lucky with 6 goals for Accra Lions. Don't forget, Remember started this season with the likes of Apiga, Mohamed Shokan, but all of them have been traded. So one of the experienced guys you can get is Remember Boateng.
Another corner for Bibiani Gold Stars. They've got 1 goal from a set piece already. Daniel Afo. No problems whatsoever for him this time.
Daniel is just 19 years of age. And last season he was able to play 19 games for Accra Lions, but his 26th season running for Accra Lions, and gradually he's trying to mature his game regardless of his age.
A ball being put through. Salman Faris and Emmanuel. He still manages to pull off a save, but the whistle had already gone.
For a goalkeeper to put all his life, his blood, just to make sure the opponent cannot score, this is, incredible. This is mouth-watering, and you just have nothing to do than to give it to Emmanuel Kobe. Brilliant goalkeeper. So delight to watch. Watch it closely. And that was a moment, and he was able to time his runs, and the second rebound was just class for Emmanuel Kobe.
That was pure class from Emmanuel Kobe. He's chasing his 18th clean sheet of the season. And you just can't tell the reason why. He had to put his everything on the line to make sure he saved that ball. Remember Boateng, the man who just arrived. Nations FC trailing by 1-0 against Heart of Lions. Samuel Kwanzaa is making things happen at the Abrankese.
Don't Don't forget Heart of Lions. They snatched 4 points against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And no wonder they are trying to destroy the party of Nations FC.
And Emmanuel Antwi has also scored for Asante Kotoko against Vision.
Second goal for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
The cross comes in, the header. And Emmanuel Kobe once again.
For Kobe, apart from his ability to pull out incredible saves, he's also calm. He's not tempted by the body language of anybody in the box. He's only focused on the ball. And this is pure class, Emmanuel Kobe. You just have to give it to him. Give his flowers to him because he's just consistent and delight player to watch for Bibiani Gold Stars. And we always say that when you want to win, you need a very good goalkeeper. And Kobe is a class and a testimony.
4 minutes. It's already up. 2 minutes of additional time. This is still Accra Lions. Burnout. Very good burnout. He gets there. Leaves it for Edmond Amache. Apia Makati towards Samuel Atakumi. Can Kumi battle for it? There's Musa Hamzata. With the height and everything. That is doing some really good job at the back for Accra Lions.
Hamzata, he's having 3 goals. He scored against Bibiani Stars, Basake and Lagos Cities.
Samuel Tetena, remember Boateng, he gets bent out. And this time locking one for, and Emmanuel Kobe missed it. He will have to do some saves. And it goes out for a corner. Bibiani Gold Stars will hope to go into the 2-0 lead, but Accra Lions doing all they can to at least pull one back before the whistle goes.
Accra Lions trying to finish the season despite being relegated. I'm not sure Gold Stars will allow them to spoil their party. And a 2-0 lead in the first half. They are just one moment away from shaking hands with Paradise. And they are not going to fumble or give it away.
The moment of ecstasy awaits. A cross comes in. Emmanuel Kobe got his hand to it. Cleared by Foster. It's just a matter of seconds. The final whistle for the first half comes. And it's Bibiani Gold Stars 2, Accra Lions 0. Abdul Farouk Amwafo and Kelvin Upon made it 2. Let's hope for a interesting second half. We will be right back with that.
Yes. You can contact Diamond City Dancers on 0244 733339. 0244 373339. You can contact Diamond City Management 0244 3733.
Since the days of Babaya, we've been there, we've been there. Ghana Premier League is back again. Since the days of Shamokwe, we've been there, we've been there. The Nation League is back again. Since the days of Abetasaki, we've been there, Women's Premier League is back again. Since the days of Asamoah John, we've been there. Our own, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again.
Back from the break. Rainer Kraft. He knows that there are lots of things to make amends. They lost the first half by 2-0. And they will be hoping to turn things around. But particularly, it may not be on this day. Because Bibiani Gold Stars everything possible to win it. And Frank Amankwa will be the first man to be booked after that late tackle on Lucky Nwafo. This is Foster trying to run through. Foster goes down and that was a late tackle. A challenge from the back. Lucky Nwafo. And he's trying to that he got a ball. A quick taking. Juliet Appiah says it should be brought back. Appiah McCarthy again.
This is McCarthy's territory, but maybe it's a bit far away from Bumba. I'm sure he can do it.
McCarthy. Again, he goes straight into the wall. This is the second time Appiah McCarthy has struck the wall.
Can we say that the end is near because that's still he knows best. The angle he always uses. Now I'm letting him down. Or maybe a bad game.
Perhaps Accra Lions have also mastered in defending against his free kicks. Remember goes down and the whistle goes. Samuel Atakumi trying to block that ball, put in, but it cleared. It's still Accra Lions. 2-1 back. Frank Amankwa did a good job there. Amankwa gets it off. Abdul Farouk lost it completely. So Lions moving across.
Accra Lions, just very usual, regardless of the results, they are very composed, building from the back. But I was expecting a bit of high press from Bibiani Gold Stars, but they always allow them to build ease into the second phase of their ball progression. It's been attempted.
This is Samuel Atakumi. Kumi trying to keep the ball for himself. He goes down. And once again, Apia Makati.
This one, I'm sure he will do better. Let's not forget the likes of Frank Amankwa. They all are very good set piece takers. But this is favorable for Apia Makati. Again, their skill set attempted several times. He's been let down. This time, can we see something?
Can things change this time? Apia Makati is going to be himself alongside Samuel Achampo. Which of them will take it? Apia Makati will go straight to goal, while Samuel Achampo may try to get a lob into the box. Juliet Apia whistles. Achampo passes. Makati to the far side. Another wasted effort. It was a brilliant idea, but the execution was.
Yeah, of course. Not a perfect rehearsed one, of course, because Samuel Achampo should have done better from that left-footed area.
This is still Accra Lions try to attack, but Bibiani Apia Makati, he gets Foster. A ball through to Farouk. The flag stays down. And Farouk failed to get past Fuzi Taylor. And again, that will be a
Gold Stars are managing to absorb the pressure from Accra Lions and so turn it on their side. And as we speak, the pressure is now on their waiting. They will need a goal in the second half. Don't forget the last time they played here, it ended 1-1. But again, this season, Gold Stars won by 3-0. And they're keeping it cool here. In fact, the biggest win of the season was against Accra Lions.
And this time, it comes in again. This could be the third goal. And Samuel Atakumi's ball was blocked. And they still hold on to it. But Daniel Afo claims. They're just trying as much as they can to get things done here. Accra Lions, maybe the third goal for Bibiani could do the magic. And so Bibiani Gold Stars, Samuel Champon Getting to the byline, Samuel crosses. And Hamzata. He has been a thorn in the flesh of the Bibiani attack, despite conceding the 2 goals. Hamzata.
Yeah, of course. He's been so good. And it will surprise you that he's one of a scoring center backs in our game. He's having 3 goals to his name, Hamzata. Bibiani Stars, Pasek Holy Stars, and Legon Cities.
This is still Bibiani. Calvin upon. Good turn by Netino. Lacking one for. You just can see the quality in the players of Accra Lions. Just the understanding in whatever thing they want to execute. This could be the moment.
You may have the quality, but at times you need experience. And that is exactly what Accra Lions are lacking. A lot of potentials around. But again, to make it count when it matters most. And that is where experience counts. And Accra Lions are lacking it.
"54 minutes. And it's still 2-0 for the home side. They are just half an hour and some few minutes to make themselves heroes. Hamzata.
Hamzata is having the height. He reminds me of Konadu Yadom. Very lanky. And don't go there in terms of aerial duels. It's a Curtis draining energy. Maybe he should allow Frank Amankwa to take this one.
With a bit of power.
Of course, because he's got that. Hamzata, that was reckless defending. From 11 wonders to Bibiani Gold Stars, Frank Amankwa, can he take it?
And Pierre McCarthy managed to go past the wall, but he was not lucky enough. Lions. Just enjoying themselves. Richard goes to Daniel Afo. Hamzata. Asked to be retaken. Arjun locking one for. That was a bit of miscommunication between Nwafo and the front line. That was a good ball from David Olubi. Akintunde. But Emmanuel Kobe was there to deal with it.
David, one of the finest strikers you can get for Accra Lions. Though the goals are not coming, but he's having 3 goals in 21 games. Gold Stars are trying to use the high line to try to put more pressure and kill the game out. Accra Lions, them draining energy from this young lass.
And Bibiani using their physique to bully them at this point. And that is what we have in the local terms that are Kolanshejis. So once you are on the pitch, you need to get a job done. No excuses whatsoever.
Really interesting. Look at the standing between Frank Amankwa and Apia Makati. They haven't played for a longer while together, but it's good.
At this point, Accra Lions, with every single tackle, it feels like they are being bullied. Arjun, guess, remember, the flag is already up. And Rennie Craft saying that shouldn't be an offside.
Atakumi, he's been on a good drought for a while now. Against Kotoko, Brekum Chelsea, and now
the game still goes on, but Rennie Craft is not a happy man at all. Lucky Nwafo. Again, the flag goes up for another. "60 minutes, for an hour, and a little bit more to go." And this place is euphoric. Farouk. Good work, feeble shot.
at times you must be selfish, but this one, Farouk should have waited for the likes of Foster running through.
This is Atta. Atta continues to go forward. Can Atta make it three? And Atta has blasted wide. Brilliant, brilliant move. Good job from him. But a final touch to put the ball at the back of the net.
That was a good move, but there was a lot of power behind the ball, and just closely, the passing combination is able to take away one or two players. The ball was served at the right time inside the box. At this point, you know, a bit of technique, but he opted for power, and once power is applied, you must be expecting a short way of target.
This is still Farouk. The fans are still calling for more goals. But there's a bit of fatigue within the Bibiani Gold Stars attack. Because from the first minute, the kind of energy, the zeal they put into this game, maybe they invested much more than they should have.
You know, most times, put much pressure and get the early goals, and when you are draining your energy, you protect it. It's always good. And despite Gold Stars struggling, you can see a lot of incursions offensively from Accra Lions too.
Samuel Tetena off for Daniel Aqua. And then Yao Sokoli.
Sokoli is in 14 games and scored against Kotoko and against Vision. So attacking change for Accra Lions. They want to equalize.
And he's coming on to replace Salman Faris Tairu. Bibiani Gold Stars always themselves in this position. Samuel Atakumi. Again he fumbles. Very good defending. This is Apia Makati. Justice Atta. Good ball from Jack. He gets Foster. Foster still gets in hold on it to it. No foul for Foster this time. Locking Wafo. That will be a good break for Accra Lions. And Sokoli loses it. Nations still trail. Vision equalizes against Asante. Accra has Suffolk leading Samatex by a goal. Dreams FC 3, Legon City 0. And then Diana Stars and Basake. That is a 1-1 draw. Bechem United and Young Apostles are still goalless. This is Atakumi. And Bibiani pushing the ball back, just hoping to hold on to it. Bibiani could make it 3 here. Block.
Bibiani Gold Stars, I love how they are trying to manage the game and massage the entire. When it matters for them to attack, you see them attacking. When it matters to defend, you see them defending. But Accra Lions, in fact, I love the energy, especially in the second half. Looking lively.
This is still Bibiani holding on to the ball, trying a quick transition. Foster gets Atakumi. And still attack. This time the whistle will go for the away side. Some substitutions. Goes as the home side. Farouk Amwafo up for Godfrey Jonathan. Farouk Amwafo, the man who scored first, is being replaced.
Farouk, he scored a brace against Bekum Chelsea and he scored the first goal. But at this point, Atakumi was zoomed the number 9 position and will serve as the pivot in the time. Goes as an attacking because times operating on the far left. But Charles Dunphy Kamara, he's going to bring a lot of class in midfield.
Charles Dunphy Kamara will come for Justice Atta. Pierre McCarthy still holding on to his place in this game. Are you surprised?
No, of course, because if the leader of the crowd is folding, can you push the rest to go on? He wants to make sure that he can last and give that assurance when they are turning left, right, center. They can see on the field.
Of course, that is what they are hoping for here. The pass through ball. And again, the flag was there for offside. It's still 2-0 for Bibiani Gold Stars. Those two goals from Abdul Farouk Amwafo and Kelvin Opon. That is what we're still holding on to. Jonathan. Atakumi. This is someone. And Frank Amankwa with that strike.
That is what he does best. Frank Amankwa. Moving offensively, he's having that power. But again, he's been limited to outshoot in midfield.
David. Good ball one. Anaba. Kamara.
One thing about Accra Lions is that when they lose the ball, you don't see any reaction from the bench. They are just allowing these young lads to show their class and their quality.
George Paku is going to have his own taste of the game, while David Olubi Atikunde into his. Accra Lions, Poku. And that ball for Edmond Amache. Failed to get to him. Just 20 minutes or less to end proceedings here. Being told to withdraw back. Jonathan, he gets the control well. Foster, Jamfi Kamara. Jonathan to keep it in. That was a poor pass from Jonathan. Accra Lions breaking. Free kick for Lions.
Both coaches are having a purpose. And Frimpong Manson, despite having 2 goals on the lead, but he's not relenting. Still hungry for more. More of a forward setup, but can also alter into a more 4-4-2 for Gold Stars.
This is Foster. Good turn from him. Pierre McCarthy stretches to the right. This could be the third. And Foster strikes again. And Atakumi makes it 3. And Samuel Atakumi, right from nowhere, he has risen, plunged and plummeted to make it 3 Bibiani Gold Stars. The party is going to be a lot more sweeter. 3 for Bibiani, 0 for Accra Lions.
Samuel Atakumi, his favorite opponent, Lions, within all the impediment, would find his way to find the back of the net. His 11th of the season for Bibiani Gold Stars, and is looking lively. Don't forget the last game they played, his hat-trick against this same Accra Lions. So, the goals was coming back. The time it's supposed to come was the question, but at this point, at the right time, and the fans are enjoying it. Samuel Atakumi, interesting player to watch, and he's been scoring against some big teams, the likes of Medium Out of Lions, against Vision, House of Folk, Edwina Stars, and he's crowning the season off against Accra Lions, a team he loves going against. So a good goal for this young man, Samuel Atakumi.
We just knew he was going to score, but it was just a matter of when. And that goal is finally here.
It's going to be a repeat of what happened time they played, because this season the first game they played here, they won by 3-0, and the return encounter, Gold Stars leading by 3.
This is Amache. This is Aqua. Was too high for Amache. 15 more minutes to go.
But there's one thing about this Gold Stars team. When Farouk was on the field, Atakumi was acting as the Benzema type for Ronaldo. And when he was substituted, he was able to get the chance to move into the box. And he was able to score. Look at that closely. Barricade, Foster for the second one, and Atakumi was right there.
He managed to stay so calm for that ball. And Atakumi once again nearly made it 4.
Gideon and Abba keeping everything to the back line. And also Frank Amankwa adding energy to Apia Makati midfield. And Foster roaming in between the lines, feeding the likes of Atakumi. Charles Jemfi can impact. But again, Gold Stars are on top.
And Nations FC down by 2. A bitter day for them. Nations FC. But a sweet one for Bibiani Gold Stars here. Bedlam, ecstasy, pandemonium. That is what you feel here.
Look, there's always a feeling, but your friends is always, unprecedented. And Gold Stars are going to feel it. And apart from Mediama last 2 seasons, last season was Summer Texas' first experience, and this season, Gold Stars too.
This could be a goal. Strikes the post. And Accra Lions nearly pulled one. Foster puts it through for John Alta. No foul whatsoever this time. This is Dankwa.
Don't forget, Accra Lions, their biggest defeat this season was against Bibiani Gold Stars in the first round. And this time again, maybe
Atakum. Can he make it 2 for himself? Triumphant Kamara. And the strike again. And that was Frank Amankwa. He had to strike from behind. And they have made it for Bibiani Gold Stars. This is ecstasy, pandemonium, bedlam. This is a day to remember, a day to be a dance back, and a day to enjoy this moment. Daniel.
Frank Amankwa, that is what is in him. Shooting from distance. He got that power, he got that technique, he got that vigor. And look, it's so interesting from the former 11 Wonders player, Frank Amankwa. He's been struggling for enough playing time, but from that game against Kotoko, he returned. He's been given an interesting performance. 4 goals to 0. In fact, it's a plus, and this is going to be the heaviest defeat Accra Lions.
Indeed, it's going to be the heaviest defeat. We're some few minutes away. And just check the pass from Kamara.
And that is Frank Amankwa. That power.
Less than 10 minutes. Need to be crowned champions. They always believed in this. They always thought they could do it. And again, that goal from Samuel Atakumi.
Daniel Alford did his best, but it wasn't just enough. That power from Samuel Atakumi. Just watch his timing. He was right there at the spot, and that was well cooked ball, and Atakumi just registered his 11th. So in 2 games, he's having 4 goals against Accra Lions, and that is classical.
And that would be a bit sad for him because next season he wouldn't get to play against them again. And he nearly got a 2nd goal for himself. Just how he managed to be the goalkeeper. And that was
calmness from Charles Jemfi.
They deserve this, Bibiani Gold Stars. They just deserve it. You can't take anything away from them.
And they're not just winning by 1 goal, 2 goal margin. This is 4. And they're just trying to keep a clean sheet to crown and climax the season on a very high note.
Locking 1 for. Again, the flag is up for offside.
The fans are already feeling the heat. There are less than 8 minutes to do it. And the center of attraction is that
It will be a great experience to be here. From this time till midnight.
at this point, forget about electricity bills, forget about who is sick. They're all in there to celebrate. And that is the edge football brings. And don't forget, this is more or less a healing process for somebody, because a lot of stress around and a moment for you to enjoy yourself is going to be crazy.
And also the art of togetherness. People have forgotten they have banters with other people. they just come together to celebrate. And that is why we say football is the greatest unifier you can ever have anywhere. There is no peacemaking machine than this very game.
Of course, that is football.
And Coach Frimpong also getting more players ready to have a taste. Beautiful game.
Gold Stars, they've gotten the results. They want to crown it all with performance, and look at how they are, without pressure.
Chases Foster. Good touch from him. A champion. Gets McCarthy. Some swift exchanges. Charles Jumfy. Pass comes. And the flag went up. And even if it had went in, it wouldn't count. Apia McCarthy. Off for Godfrey Cheek. And everyone here is clapping. And Godfrey Cheek, the captain, has come on to get the rest of the job done. And also Samuel Atakumi for Dafi Humin Mohammed. Bibiani Gold Stars. 4 minutes 86. And it's still 4-0. Not even a single reply from Accra Lions. They just want to pull one back. This is Daffy. Godfrey Che. He gets Foster. What a guy. Foster J. You can feel the Accra Lions players, they are dejected. They feel there's nothing more they can do.
And the rest of the minute just for Foster J. Man of the match against Asante Kotoko.
And who could win this one also. Only for the fact that he hasn't scored this afternoon.
But he provided an assist for the first goal.
This is Samankwa. 2 or less minutes to be crowned. Bibiani Accra Lions, can they at least get that goal that they can show for? Emmanuel Kobe with a touch. And it goes out of play. Sokoli shoots. He just couldn't control it. Sokoli. Yao.
Of course. Gold Stars, they have to be celebrated. Just some seconds away from making it.
At this point, you just have nothing to say but to wish Bibiani Gold Stars, to congratulate them, and to feel their joy.
And the season has been competitive. Proud to this last round of games. We saw Kotoko at times, Nations FC, Bibiani Gold Stars. Interesting from them. They've really fought for this.
3 minutes to be added. More subs from Bibiani Gold. To be Foster J out for Yakubu Zia Ulhak. He is the general captain for the club.
Foster Ajay. Very good player to watch.
This could be the last dance for him. And most of them, Zia Abdul Haq, the general captain, not being able to play a lot.
Alongside Pierre McCarthy, Vincent Atinga, these are the experienced guys. And just like you said, maybe they are
This is Bibiani. Few seconds to finally get their hands on that silverware. The moment they have been waiting for awaits them. But before that, Accra Lions tries at least put one in. Locking one for a well-built athlete.
and a top scorer.
And the final whistle, how they have wanted this, how they have worked for it, and how they have achieved it. Bibiani Gold Stars, they have seen themselves in paradise. This is the moment they have waiting for. Feel it. Just feel it. This is what a title winning season can make. This is what a title winning season can change. What a moment for Bibiani Gold Stars, champions of the Ghana Premier League. They wanted it, they worked for it, they waited for it, and they have earned it. This is the moment.
Wow, just give it to Bibiani Gold Stars. Your first feeling, your first experience. The dance park fought for this. The right time came and they took advantage of it. And to end the season on a higher note, 4 goals unanswered. Interesting. You just have to give it to them. From the management to the head coach, the players. Look, this is classical. This is historic. Their first experience is going to be a moment of joy. And I mean, indelible history. Coach Frimpong Manso is going to be part of the history book now and forever. And these players are heroes. Every supporter here is a hero. And entire, enclave are celebrating to it.
And today is Juliet Apia's birthday. That is why gifts being presented to her. Let's quickly join on pitch side to speak to some of the players and the heroes of this moment.
Bibiani Gold 11. Now I present your manifesto. Stand up for the champions. Music in the man. It's the MC Munabeba. Now we be Amamo. Now Simba. Now say Omuna can Accra Lions. Like next time. Better like next time. Accra Lions. Mommy with the baby, stand up for the champions. And upon you,
Yanko, the game finally come to its conclusion. It was a 4-0 victory for Bibiani Gold Stars, and coach is here with me. Coach, a defeat for your side. Your take on the entire game. How did you see it?
Very first of all, congrats to Bibiani Gold Stars for being champion. Wish them all the best in the future. The game was very early decided, and it was a mirror of what we do since I'm here in the last 5 months. We play nicely football, but we are not clinical enough with our chances, and we are not good enough to defending over 90 minutes.
Coach, what do you think that, apart from the fact that you guys defend well, do you think you were unable to match the energy of Bibiani Gold Stars due to the fact that they needed this win to crown themselves?
Yeah, it was obvious. I told the players, Gold Stars will come like crazy. They need a win, and we have to hold against it. Yeah, and if you don't, you have no chance.
And after this defeat, just like we said before the game, it is Division 1 for Gold Stars. What is the plan?
As I said, we are not pinned to a certain league. That's what the club has. So it's a little bit of disappointing, of course. But it doesn't harm in the end what we are doing. And one last thing I want to say, I want to thank you all the fans we have in Accra and outside for always supporting us so really in such a good manner. Thank you very much, fans. And I'm sorry for that relegation.
Thank you, Coach. We wish you well.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Coach Rena Kraft. He believes they didn't get some things right, the reason why they lost the game. And the champion is here with me. Congratulations to you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
Yeah, you can see everybody in the stands is very happy. You know, the whole town is very happy. And so I am overwhelmed.
Coach, you are the first coach to do this for this club. Where does that put you in terms of the history of this club?
Well, that would depend on the team itself, how they will put me and where they will want to put me. And for me, the joy of the town makes me so happy because you could see.
No, Coach. Even before we talk about that, you can see the excitement here. Everyone is happy. Everyone is so excited. Let's talk about the aftermath of this. We know very well that it's going to be on a continental level for you. How are you guys going to get ready, prepare for that?
No, we just don't want to jump the gun. We'll take our time, look at the market, who we should add, then we get to that point. But for now, I think it's too early to ask that, answer that question.
Talking about who and who to add, from what department do you feel that you should be able to put some into it?
Oh, of course, we need to, because that is another level. So we need to up the squad, you see. And at every level, you need to add. You see the kind of quality, whether you want an experience or whether you want the youth, that will all depends when we sit down. I have the draft there. But I think at the right time, I will sit down with the management and then we will answer all those questions as to who and who are coming.
The last one, just look at these people. A lot of them, they are here in numbers to give you the support. Your words to the fans.
Well, they are so amazing. From day one, they've been with us. And everywhere we go, you will find them there. So for me, I thank them so much. They've been the number 12 player whenever we are playing home, and it has worked to perfection. So yes, we appreciate all the contribution they've made to the team, and going forward, I think it will be better.
Will Frimpong will be here next season?
Of course, I'm very sure I will be here.
Thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations also. That was the head coach of Bibiani Gold Stars, Coach Frimpong Manson. You can feel excitement and also the overwhelming, the pandemonium and everything around the stadium. That was what you just heard from the coach himself. He believes they need to do some additions and also get some of the players ready for the next challenge ahead. It's Bibiani Gold Stars winning by 4-0 against Accra Lions. The game ends. Victory for BBN. Uhe ugo na unya na unya one goal, but who feel say na nka obetimi anya more ene.
Oh, now I say mitiminya become pa. At least kadminya 2 goals and Kenya. Ni woman e buy. Me happy for one goal na minya.
Mesa about so but mamen call Foster hona, menen Foster so any nkomo kakra Foster. I guess ko to call the man of the match. And then so what's out to asubio. Obo na no den as a player no say na ho see you after getting this victory.
Medanyamia sepa because first one I was sharing munyam and as can we was sharing munyam. The 10 say my first time I go Premier League and winning the trophy. The any take a because and that form Ghana Premier League in that form. It was the Ekoswana and then I have a
another month.
There be another because I brand you see a theater.
Now we have fans and okay ni pado do ababeshia. O ha nyumo mo toma mo de enter. Omudi shiamo mo heroes. They na oka kire omo.
I better almost from day one. Almost support yes ups and downs so ni nyina almost support yes. That almost then I mean shira omo nyina.
Mesaba also bet mamen ko striker ho. Na me misa striker we. Akwa say what bandage unsa throughout games. Then ekoso.
Me believe no. Me game bia no me prefer say me dey bibi be bomb say. Me start ball nyina say na my na. Me believe no.
As a private social one.
There be me okay. Me okay.
We okay.
Okay, me okay.
Now we are disappointed. Ghana Premier League one team and top scorer no. We are disappointed now.
Debbie. The most important thing here trophy no. And then also na me say me can't me happy. Me happy pa.
Me da sepa e be say din. First lastly Ghana Premier League no also first time ni man of the match no waja hodo na hefa na ho hwese obekwa akodu.
Obiara ni da so player bi ni da so say obobo Europe. Ti me ban say me do Europe. Ma ko boy ni o bi.
E ba sa na o pe me bo.
Ba cha. I want to support you.
E be say din ko. Goli so ha. Emmanuel Kobe. He looks so young. Where do you know from Paron?
22 years.
22 years. And that is so obvious. Obiara Obon say so. Nya dey say when you say 18 clean sheets if I'm not mistaken in the Ghana Premier League. I'm saying really after winning the league and topping the clean sheets chart once again as young as your age.
Maybe come that said I think say me ba nyina na me dream ni say ma be support team no na team na achieve the open na me so ma team be achieve the amepe ntimi ba nyame sɛ mba bɛyɛ adwuma den san sɛ ɛno nti na ɔmo de me ba ha no ntimi ba nyame sɛ ɛden a mba bɛyɛ adwuma aboa ma team no nso atimi achieve di ɔmo pɛ ɛna even si woni me kasa no ɔkanse league no na ɔde me ɛba ɛna nyame adom me ba yɛ no nso atimi agye league no manage bebre mani agye a mentimi yɛ celebrate mentimi cry and celebrate I am say like you da me yɛ cry sure
so I also that
sanity
and then at some point on at commentary position na make say asa wo do bibia share adwuma na because there was a point who save Bobby who san force do ho kwaje biem even though na offside motivation be na unya wo dey sa no man.
I think say mensu adwuma bia I can football no na me bibia ye ball me sua de me ko YouTube me hwe goalkeepers no modern training ho ade e de come de ho ntimi nim say madwuma no nti say me keep ni me nso matima ye save abo ma me nso matimi akomanim bebre nti me new option bia say wo say me kumi ho matima me wo sure.
Why na o hwe say da che wo be so no?
I think say me hwe play me hwe Kotoa me hwe Edison of Man City me sanso hwe Vicario of Tottenham was me hwe keepers bebre e pick ni ma e de free wo mo ho no.
Bibiani Gold Stars next season ye be hu Emmanuel Kobi wa ha. For Fresher Black Stars. To me, you are the best goalkeeper in the league. Sir, opportunity in the bar, over some. Now, MIA so no, they are now where they are trained.
Oh, a player be a dream, say, or be representing the national team by Mikusu, I'm working here. Those say in Yamba, dear, but Mikusu, I'm working. I'm not Bamumu. Those my say, but so Mikusu, I'm working here, say, be a time will come, maybe a collab, but list of maybe Emmanuel Corbin, so a room. It's Mikusu, I'm a Juma.
That's a power. You better him from Mobile. Champion so our William Denchi, fantastic player, formerly of Accra Folk, and I know about the Bibiani Gold Stars. Titles to do us and watch so far.
So far, we come on my second league title.
Second league title.
That's right.
What you back with? Folk and our Babaje back on so our say. As a football player, moving from Folk to this place. Now, all free hearts now about team about league in in a way, who feel is you just knew that there was a dream.
No, I think I was motivated to be here because with the project now they gave to us, not to say that project was very interesting to me. So I was motivated to be here and I wanted to give more to the club so that we can have the maximum best and give our best and have the award. And today, what I dreamt of is what I've achieved now.
Sir, Obi wo baby na so hwewa. Obeka say it seems like you were being treated like an outcast to move out of the club that you today you are the hero here. How do you explain that?
Oh, my God, say with the Folk decision, the mutual agreement, and it wasn't about them getting me away. Obiani was because though I could sign a new contract, but sometimes you could be at a place and want another challenge. Yeah, so I brought the challenge up to me to just come to Bibiani and face another challenge and see how I could give my best to the club. Sure. Yeah, because we have to, for now, preparations, because about Africans. So to do is be together once again and come and help the club for the Africa.
Yeah, that's it.
Players no be born abaso pa. Enti the American say Ghana and now you reset babia. Ya reset ama aka Bibiani. Ama ne Bibiani Gold Stars. Aba be league leaders. And enti management Ashanti company. Yadomasi bebre ewo ma ho odin amudi awura no ma hye Bibiani anwa so be kwai and wonyam say. And it management any Gold Stars fans nyina mijina ha adamase kase pa. And it ye donation kitwa bi ayeye na enya no a you better make sure say preparation be a toward the Africa. Here political help. You are the Bamamu, you are ready, say the Bamamu. ɛne ama mo winning bonus 50,000 ɛyɛ 500 million over 500 million ɛde ma mo ɛne nti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ mo mputu mo act together sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛyɛ Africa na yɛ mo kɔ no nkɔnkɔ yɛ sɛ a team bi ɛkɔɔ yɛ a one match kura timi awene ɛne nti me ka wei na masrɛ management sɛ ɔmo nhwɛ na ɔmo mifu up the team sinto wɔ no mɔmɔ mɔdena sɛ mobɛpɛ players ɛde ahyɛ hɔ akɔ ne akɔ animu support bi a mo hia biara no ɛde bɛma minim sɛ Ashanti Gold wɔ hɔ nanso yɛ a yɛyɛ political leaders no nso ho sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a mobɛtumi ako akɔden akɔm anim na moatumi achieve ne yɛn nso yɛda mo nyinaa se hyira mo yɛ fans management mo nyinaa nyame hyia mo ɛne nti ɛyɛ CEO ɔhome na ɔnyɛ 50,000 and 500 Ghana cedis no 500 million no na ɔmfa mo atimi aso ne bonus yɛda mo ase yɛda
Yes, NT, MP, and I would tell MP for this area, of course, and you know, watch the support that they room now face or the Abwa Club and Amani Manina, Akwanka, Bibiani Gold Stars. I win the game 4-0 against Accra Lions. They are the champions. A new moon has risen in the Ghana Premier League, and of course, that is Bibiani Gold Stars.